The headlines. 24th, the Great June Uprising Unity Day observed at Kekrupat. Floral tributes paid to departed souls. Truck drivers carrying petroleum products launch steering wheel down strike over LPG bullet tanker driver assaulted by suspected Manipur Police Commando personnel. Good afternoon. Welcome to Istv English News. I'm Surbala Kangabam. Let's see the news in detail. The 24th, the Great June Uprising Unity Day was commemorated at Kekrupat today. Chairman of the organizing committee, Nando Luwang, maintained that demand for separate administration or homeland is impossible. The observance was jointly organized by all Manipur United Club Organization Amuko and United Committee Manipur. Large number of people attended the observance where they offered floral tributes and thangta salute to the departed souls. Flags of Amuko and UCM were also unfurled as part of the observance. Nando Luwang further stated that the center has been making repeated attempts to disintegrate Manipur and has been creating enmity among the communities. Many indigenous people had been jailed in the movement to fight such attempts to break Manipur, he said. Nando Luwang also maintained that the center is trying to disintegrate Manipur by keeping the conflict unresolved. No internal or external force can break Manipur as long as Kekrupat stands, he added.
Manungi wagera mapan wagera to pithigi akan ba force ama wagera madu thugana mo da koi chapcha thimegani madu da koi thawai tha gi bai so ki bai pan gi bai madu gi demakta manipur gi miyamna singnaba leite aduna kana gumba lamdam de hingminere ba kang furup wagera bharat sarkar wagera manipur thugaina gi mang kano akoi punna hingminasi punna sakhoi mesi punna nunga ya pana pami nasi akoi ne koi tung irai bakse akoi mase lemina ba akoi yalo furup oi minari ba lamdam di khunda me akoi punna mangna phe ba longmi si madu natadana bharat sarkar gi chironda bharat sarkar gi order ba false promise kya da thajaraga akoi tongan ba homeland tana ba nata tongan ba separate administration tongni ga khalba wakham dudi marububi da nga pha ba chatpone thokani aduna aduga angang na tha piu haiba demand man ba adugba mong dudi to wiganu haiba wakham simachu thamjaraga koi punna nungsi sanai himinasi aduna kangrup khurup khudingmakta akoi ngasi phawada yamna lana ubagi khoi da hainabi lejade adubu kana gumba mioi kharna Manipur thugaina hona ba kangbu sing adudi akoina kaidong sisu sumna uroi madu madu koi karigumba makong ta koi negotiate toroi compromise toroi wakham thamjari.
Vice Chairman of the organizing committee, Y.K. Dhiren, highlighted the need for the current generation to draw inspiration from the June uprising. It was the martyrs who have made us realize that the Indian government is the one who is trying to break Manipur and not the indigenous communities. He also shared that marking the historic event, the observance was organized with floral tributes to the deceased souls. He also called for unity to prevail among the people in order to thwart attempts made by external force to break the integrity of the state.
Indiana Sathara Iba, Polishi, Sinamara Morkanda, Equisha, Nushina, Machine, Machina Kaidong, the Kanglumata, my Papa, Natra Kanglumata, my Tiba, Ibadulero, Mashipuna, Shomina Gadavani, I see Basatariba Polishi, the Turga Saniba, Kanglu Purpsing, Lusimba, Lusimba, Madu, Kaidong, my Papa, Lusimba, Lusimba, Oiroi, Madu, Equi Kunai, Shimanga, Batuna, Ningam, the Papiva Mukata, Kunai, the Lakani, Maramudu Indiana, Sanchela, Lalong Singa, Punna Kangmina Rakanda, Manipur, Kunai, Shikanaba, Bonaminasi, Hujikshu, Ladiba, Issue Punima, Crisis Punima, Equi Leminary Bakanglo Purupsing, Shina, understand Tomina Rakanda, Equi Tabakashi, Manglum the Samchingani, Indiagi, Dulavayam, Division Waiba, Polishi, Punamona Kangminasi.
Truck drivers carrying petroleum products have launched a steering wheel down strike, while tankers carrying essential items from Jiribam 2 have been restricted from entering Imphal. The protest was launched over an incident where an LPG bullet tanker driver was assaulted by suspected Manipur Police Commando personnel. It may be mentioned that on June 14, a group suspected to be Manipur Police Commando personnel wearing khaki pants assaulted LPG bullet tanker driver KH Herojit Ojit when he was driving home after unloading his tanker at Segmai bottling plant. Demanding lawful action against the commando personnel, the drivers had served an ultimatum to 48 hours to the government. With no response from the government, the drivers intensified their protest, and following which, around 150 tankers were seen parked from Moidangpok to Kaithelmanbi. An LPG bullet tanker driver named PH Ojit told media persons that the drivers are working 24/7, transporting essential items for the people. It was unfortunate that an unarmed driver was assaulted by suspected escort security personnel. He also lamented that the driver's demand for lawful action against the perpetrators has been neglected by the government. The drivers strongly condemned the incident and have resolved to further intensify their protest. Distribution of fuel at IOC and petroleum outlet, distribution of LPG at Segmai bottling plant will be stopped, while transportation of petroleum and LPG from Jiribam to Imphal too will be restricted as part of their agitation, he added.
अकोगी सीएम की बंगलो की ममांग की थोलकपने स्कॉर्पियो द नंबर प्लेट थेते स्कॉर्पियो बुलेट प्रूफ अंगौबनी मधु सरकार ने खंगमम थोई मसे अकोई ड्राइवर अकोई सी तसेंगना मियाम की दमकता थवाई खुपाकता हापगा अकोई से लांथिंगनबा अमग समानरिबने अकोई जो वाना अकोई ने चसरिबा सी मियाम की दमकतने अदुना ngasi अकोइना चथरिबा खोंजंग असे मियाम नसु सगतपियो हाइना मीडिया की थोंगदा हाइजरी तालिबा डिमांड असी फंगदिबा अकोई मतम लेप्सरoi अदुम हन हन अदुम हेन अरुबा एक्शन हेना अकन खोंजंग हेन चंगचलकनी हाइबसे थमजरी असीमकता दे यारता तारगदी अकोई असोमदगी लोड लाकपसु जिरीबाम थिंजरगनी अदगी पोलगी आईओसीएल थिंजलानी पोर्टलिंग प्लान सेंगमाई की थिंजलानी सी आई मीडिया की थोंगदा आइना हाइजरी
Mongsangai Old Age Home celebrated its 15th Foundation Day today. Managing Director of Babina Healthcare and Hospitality Private Limited, Dr. T.H. Doubley, President of All Manipur Senior Citizens Welfare Association Mongsangai, retired IAS S. Kunjabihari, and Dr. Ibem Pishag attended as the main guest at the program organized by All Manipur Senior Citizens Welfare Association Mongsangai Makhalikai. Addressing the program, Dr. T.H. Doubley emphasized the need for gentle care and affection towards the children and elderly persons. People are being compelled to seek alternative care arrangements such as children's homes and old age homes due to various challenges. As such, he urged care homes to follow Mongsangai Old Age Home in maintaining cleanliness and running effectively to care for the children and elderly.
I personally old age home, children home, my America, Mongsangai is in a quite a Pazana menace to Badumba, home and I can say. Ma'am, so we don't want to see campus exam with the Atate homes in the Kradum Canada, the Rutanana labor, building Maktasu, Pazana Sarga, and Pazana maintain Torgalay, the Sigi homes the Liberiba, Alaman Mamse. She so innocent Rizabada Yamna, Nuaina, the Quiggy, Kremta, what pumped the late in a labor, Adu Mama Uzi. Aduna koina ena hygienic basi makata na home to birising na so atopa sources tagi support lawraga sigi level se loin pokolak na ba koi honabam thoprai nai khanjai hona na baso koi mayam dai appeal to jani
Chingamakha Nambul Mapal Development Committee, located at Singdamai Chingamakha Yanglem Lekai, Nambul Mapal, observed its 7th Foundation Day at Agro Market Shed. MLA Yumnam Khemchan too graced the occasion as dignitary. Floral tributes were paid to the portraits of 3 deceased members of the committee who had taken pivotal role in the development of the committee. 3 meritorious students who scored higher marks in the recent Class 10 and 12 examinations were honored with certificates and cash reward. Speaking on the occasion, caretaker councillor of Ward number 16, Thokchom Ilija, assured to try his best in working for the development of the locality. MLA Yumnam Khemchan asserted that the poor condition of the 2-meter road along river ranks of Nambul River will be repaired soon. He also called upon the people of the constituency for proper handling of waste materials.
Singdamai supermarket ki maya sida ringupila ki murti ma sari sigi mamang si pattaba hundopa moilame laikai club ta wari sarakanda CCTV ama khizal CCTV si khizalaganda masida amo pek lang topodo lupa lising mga fine club na lobuyo na police club ka animak sang badagi mi ahum bari lupa lising mga fine lor kanda hudok phagidna asigi mafam si adom hudok kaunagre kagi lamba man na bai si sarkar gi natraga municipality gi leiba source ka taduna yaroi the soy sida jingama ka namu local development committee na aso ba thogdang ma lori se ekoi encourage hom thui ai sama athuma da kabai safe sige haina ai bonus
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has firmly told US President Donald Trump that India will never accept third-party mediation and will never accept it to resolve issues with Pakistan. PM Modi held a telephonic conversation with President Trump and discussed the recent Operation Sindoor and conveyed to him that there were never talks held at any level on any India-American trade deal and mediation between India and Pakistan by America for cessation of recent military action. He added that the talks regarding cessation of military action were held directly between New Delhi and Islamabad under the existing channels established between both militaries, and it was done at Pakistan's request. PM Modi's remarks came following the US President's repeated claims to take credit for the ceasefire between India and Pakistan, which was categorically denied by New Delhi early also. Foreign Secretary Bikram Misri has informed that during the 35-minute conversation, PM Modi emphasized that New Delhi will now treat acts of terrorism not as proxy action but as act of war. The Indian Navy is set to commission INS Arnala, the country's first anti-submarine warfare shallow watercraft, at the naval dockyard in Visakhapatnam today. The commissioning ceremony will be presided over by Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Chauhan. INS Arnala is the first of 16 ASW SCW vessels being inducted into the Indian Navy. It was delivered to the Navy on the 8th of last month. It is named after historic Arnala fort off the coast of Maharashtra. Designed and constructed by Gardens Rich Shipbuilders and Engineers, Kolkata, in collaboration with L&T Shipbuilders, the vessel embodies the Atman Bihar Bharat initiative with over 80% indigenous content. The ship measures 77.6 meters in length, displays over 1,490 tons, and is the largest Indian naval vessel powered by a diesel engine waterjet propulsion system. The commissioning of INS Arnala marks a significant milestone in enhancing India's coastal defense capabilities and reinforcing its position as a self-reliant maritime power in the Indian Ocean region. Israel's military has confirmed the killing of Ali Shatmani, Iran's wartime chief of staff and a close advisor to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, in an airstrike on the command center in Tehran. Shatmani assumed the office following the killing of his predecessors during Israel's initial offensive on Friday. Iran's cybersecurity command has accused Israel of launching a widespread cyber war targeting its digital infrastructure, reportedly disrupting essential services, according to the state-run IRIB news agency. Continuous and intense explosions are being heard in West Tehran, according to the Iranian state news agency, as the conflict enters its sixth day with no signs of abating. Iran's newly appointed army chief has issued a stark warning, saying the strikes carried out against Israel so far were merely a deterrent message. In a televised address, the new army chief, General Abdul Ramin Mousavi, declared that punitive action will be carried out soon, signaling further escalation. Meanwhile, United States President Donald Trump made a social media call for Iran to surrender unconditionally. As tensions rise, the Pentagon announced it is speeding up the deployment of the USS Nimitz and other naval hardware to the Middle East, the second carrier strike group to be deployed in the center. Calls for restraint are growing louder. The G7 summit in Canada issued a collective call for a de-escalation of hostilities across the Middle East, including a ceasefire in Gaza. And before we wind up our top stories once again, 24th, the Great June Uprising Unity Day observed at Kekrupat. Floral tributes paid to departed souls. Truck drivers carrying petroleum products launched steering wheel down strike over LPG bullet tanker driver assaulted by suspected Manipur Police Commando personnel. Well, thank you so much for joining with us.